feel that that upbringing like helped you to be who you are today?
I think, you know, mountain people or whatever, I think they're very hardworking. So I
Yeah.
definitely got a lot of that. They're definitely not lazy people, even though, you know, raising toddlers, I'm very tired right now. But I feel like I have like, you know, they have like compassion to help people. And I feel like obviously that's instilled in me. And, you know, I want to help like, especially like low income families, single families, people that have struggled their whole lives, kind of like we did.
Yeah.
But also it made me like resourceful, you know, I've like, you know, can take things and reuse them and repurpose them. Cause like when you live in the middle of nowhere, you just can't drive somewhere and get things. You just have to kind of make it. So
Yeah.
I definitely feel like those things have added to um, my character.
Yeah.
And any thoughts about how that bothness might have contributed in a positive way to who you are now?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, I think definitely my mom's drive. And this is something I address in Hillbilly Madonna a lot, which is the book I have coming out soon, is that idea that I come from this rich place, and my mother is, you know, someone who encouraged me on the path to not being a person who didn't want something for myself, who didn't rise up out of things. But then also, you know, I have the history and connection to my dad's family that I value, you know. It's like this connection of family and love and identity that she does not want anything to do with, you know, in a lot of ways. But I value my Mima especially, you know, she's so kind-hearted and also feisty, and I appreciate, you know, her takes on things, her humor, and yeah.
Well, my parents were very religious, and I think that helped me. My grandfather was a preacher, and I was raised in the church, so I think that helped me become who I am today because of the religious background. What about you?
Well, yeah, my father and them, they was very religious, and so it helped me along, know right from wrong, and work, you gotta work to support yourself, treat everybody nice, and just enjoy life.
What does it mean to you to be Appalachian? Like, is it something to be proud of?
I'm just proud of where I was raised.
Yes, I was proud. I'm proud to be a hillbilly.
Well, I don't know that being born there in the area that I was really made me all that much of a political activist set. But I do think that my values come from my family and from my upbringing. I learned hard work and to be honest and have integrity in everything that you do or don't do it. Yes. And I think that is indicative of a lot of people from Appalachia, myself. I mean, they are hardworking people. They do believe in doing right and being just and so forth. But, you know, my cause might not be someone else from Appalachia's cause, you know what I'm saying?
That's true, of course, yes.
I mean, specifically, you know, because look how our country right now is so divided, it seems like, in terms of certain issues and everything. And I'm sure if you were in the Appalachian area, it would be like that, just like it is everywhere else.
Right.
But a lot of who I am does come from my being born there in Union Grove.
The biggest strength for us through the migration process and through the efforts to survive for people who still live in the mountains has been family and to some degree church and friendship networks. That's our biggest strength. and families that have lost their extended family structure and are trying to do it alone, are weaker or tend to be weaker than the people who still have it. The capitalist economy doesn't respect the extended family and tries to replace it and make us consumers, whereas in an extended family, you fix each other's cars. One will have a mechanical skill, somebody else can do drywall, or will take you in when you lose your job. All of those supports. So that's a strength. Our passion for justice can go either way. It can make us silly, or it can give us the courage to fight strip mining and destroying the
Having
earth.
now at this point lived kind of both more urban now and growing up so rural, a pretty broad, I think, kind of spectrum of thought and understanding. Definitely have always prided myself in work ethic, as far as, 12 or 13, going to work with Dad in the summers, saving up, buying my first car, all that stuff, and then working on the farm. There was a lot of pride in, calloused hands and doing something, labor intensive. Always felt good about that kind of thing. That's carried on. I think definitely some self-sufficiency that picked up. There's a lot of things you do for yourself or figure out how to do or make something work. Don't be afraid to take it apart and figure out what's wrong, kind of stuff. Those are probably some of the big ones.